check for this on your $1 bill. Do not spend any of the $1 bills that you see in this video because they are selling online for lots of money. All right, guys, let's go ahead and hop right into this video with this first 1974 $1 bill that was graded by PCGS at a very fine 30. So 30 is definitely on the lower side of the grading scale, 70 being the highest grade. You can also see that the centering of the margins here, that white border, is pretty off. That only really matters from the grade of 60 and higher though. The more folds essentially that you have on your bill, the lower the grade and condition is going to be. But this bill still sold for $840 mainly because of a rare serial number. This is what we call a solid number 1 serial number. Something like this can definitely increase the value of your bill, so keep your eyes peeled for a solid number 1 serial number because this one sold for $840. $960 for this one. This is what we call a 40 million serial number. Pretty hard to come across something like this, but here's what we'd recommend if you're trying to find something like this. Go ahead and go to your local bank and ask them for a pack of brand new $1 bills, and then look for rare serial numbers like this, and then go ahead and return them if you don't find anything worthwhile. It's a fun way to explore this hobby and just enjoy some of the rare finds that you may come across. Once again, this one sold for $960, all because of that rare serial number. All right, 1,020 bucks. So I want to talk about the grade here of a 63. This bill has no folds on it, but the centering is atrocious. You can see the white margins are really far off. The better centering your bill has, the higher grade it's going to get, the more money it's going to bring. This is actually what we call a web note. Web notes are really rare and valuable. Essentially, back in the day, the US wanted to try to find a more efficient way to produce paper money. So what they did was they took a page out of the book of printing newspapers. So the way that newspapers are printed is in one continuous roll, whereas paper money is printed in multiple sheets. So they got a roll of bills and tried to print them with a web press machine, and it ended up causing a giant headache for the US BEP. So it was a small print run of web notes, and this is how you tell if you have one. So there's 3 ways. The first way is going to be looking at the front plate position number. There is only going to be a number there and not a letter and a number. The next way is looking at Washington's portrait there. It's going to look a bit washed out. And the third and final and easiest way that we recommend looking for a web note is by the back plate position. The position is going to be at the top right of the center rather than the bottom right. Now, keep in mind, if you have one of these, by default, you have all 3. So essentially, the easiest way is just looking right at the back of the bill to see if you have a web note like this. And once again, this one sold for $1,020. All right, up next, we have a PMG graded 35. This one's in much lower condition, but it still sold for $1,800. This is probably a bill that was put in someone's pocket as a pocket piece. By that, we just mean a banknote that someone had in their purse or their wallet, and they could bring it out and show their friends, hey, look at this really cool bill that I have. Little did they know they were decreasing the value of the bill, unfortunately, because every fold they put in that bill decreased its value significantly. This one's a solid number 7 serial number. I could see someone who's into lucky number 7s having this bill when they're gambling. This one sold for $1,800. 2,160 bucks. You can see this is a solid number 6 serial number, and it's a much higher grade at a 66 by PCGS. It sold for 2,160 bucks. Up next, we have a very poorly centered 1977 $1 bill. This one was graded by PMG at a 58 EPQ. It is a serial number 1 bill. This is one of the most highly sought after serial numbers in existence. $3,600 it sold for. We do hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one.